What's up, Anime Spirits fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the ultimate Anime Spirits tier list, because let's be real, not all souls are created equal. With nearly 40 souls to choose from, it can be a bit overwhelming to figure out which ones are actually worth your time. You've got common souls, epic souls, even some crazy secret ones, but just because they're rare doesn't mean they're the best. Yep, there are some hidden gems and a few that might surprise you in the rankings. In this video, we're breaking it all down. We've got the S-tier souls, which are the absolute cream of the crop. These are the ones you want to focus on leveling up ASAP. Then we've got the A-tier souls, which are still super solid and can definitely carry you until you get your hands on the S-tier legends. And hey, if you're just starting out, don't sleep on the B-tier souls. They're great for getting your feet wet. But we'll also tell you which D-tier souls to avoid like the plague. Let's jump right in. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking souls in Anime Spirits. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The souls in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Krillin Soul, Buggy Soul, Sakura Soul, and Invisible Soul. D-tier souls are the weakest and least viable characters in Anime Spirits. They have low stats, underwhelming abilities, and offer very little value in most scenarios. Players using these souls will find them struggling to keep up with even mid-tier content, and their inefficiency becomes more apparent as the game progresses. D-tier souls are generally seen as filler characters, often ignored by experienced players. These souls often suffer from poor scaling, weak abilities, and limited team synergy, making them extremely difficult to justify using in any competitive or challenging mode. Even with significant investment, they fail to match the power levels of higher-tier characters. Their lack of utility and impact makes them a liability on the battlefield, often requiring more effort to keep alive or effective than they're worth. For most players, D-tier souls are best avoided altogether. They may serve as a temporary option when nothing else is available, but once better souls are obtained, these characters should be immediately replaced. Investing resources into D-tier characters is not recommended, as their potential for improvement is minimal, and they will only hinder a player's progress in the long run. The souls in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Frieza Soul and Naruto Soul. C-tier souls fall into the category of characters that are serviceable but underwhelming. They might perform adequately in the early stages of the game, but as players progress and face tougher challenges, their weaknesses become more pronounced. These souls often have lower stats, less impactful abilities, or slower progression paths that make them a poor choice in more competitive environments. Players will typically outgrow C-tier souls as they acquire better options. While C-tier souls may still have a place in specific niche roles, their lack of overall power means they can be easily outclassed by higher-tier characters. These souls are often used out of necessity rather than preference, and while they might contribute in minor ways, they're not reliable enough to carry a team. For example, they may have situationally useful abilities, but they often lack the sustained impact needed for long-term success. In most cases, C-tier souls are only recommended for newer players, or those who have limited access to stronger characters. Once better souls are acquired, these characters are often swapped out or left underdeveloped. While they can offer some early game utility, they should not be relied upon for harder content, and upgrading them is generally not a high priority. The souls in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Dio Soul, Muzan Soul, Kizaru Soul, Doflamingo Soul, Broly Soul, Luffy Soul, and Goku Soul. B-tier souls offer a more balanced but less spectacular level of performance. While they are capable of contributing to the team, they generally lack the standout qualities that make higher-tier characters shine. They may have decent stats and abilities, but their limitations become more apparent in tougher fights. These souls are often the backbone of early to mid-game strategies, but as the game progresses, their usefulness diminishes compared to A or S-tier characters. In terms of versatility, B-tier souls tend to be more specialized. They might excel in one particular area, such as dealing decent damage or offering modest support, but they often have clear weaknesses that prevent them from being top tier. Whether it's lower durability, limited ability synergies, or a lack of game-changing potential, B-tier souls are solid but unspectacular. Players may need to compensate for these limitations with careful planning and team composition. Despite their shortcomings, B-tier souls can still be valuable, especially for newer players or those working with a limited roster. In certain game modes or scenarios, these souls can hold their own, and with proper upgrades and equipment, they can be pushed to perform at a higher level. While they may not carry a team by themselves, they are reliable choices for filling gaps in a lineup when stronger options aren't available. The souls in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Evolved Vegeta Soul, Megumi Soul, Gogeta Soul, Luko Soul, Gilgamesh Soul, Goku SSJB Soul, Hikari Soul, Rimuro Soul, Enel Soul, Gojo Soul, and Sukuna Soul. A-tier souls are incredibly powerful and reliable, though they fall just short of the game-breaking potential of S-tier characters. These souls can deal significant damage and provide excellent utility, making them valuable assets in most battles. While they may not have the raw power or versatility of S-tier souls, they are still highly effective in the right situations. Players who master their strengths can push them to near S-tier performance with the right team setup. These souls typically excel in specific roles, whether it be damage, support, or tanking, and while they may not dominate every aspect of the game, they perform their assigned roles to near perfection. They offer a balance between power and versatility, often having one or two standout abilities that make them a valuable part of any lineup. A-tier souls can shine when paired with complementary team members, maximizing their strengths and covering any weaknesses. In most cases, A-tier souls are excellent investments for players who haven't yet acquired S-tier options. They provide solid performance across various game modes and can be counted on in most situations. They may not be as universally dominant as S-tier souls, but when used strategically, they can carry players through difficult stages and provide a strong foundation for success. The souls in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Gear 5 Soul, Worst Generation Trio Soul, Freaky Gojo Soul, Sukuna V3 Soul, Naruto Sasuke Duo Soul, Sukuna Mahoraga Soul, Gojo Unleashed Soul, Song Jinwoo Soul, Cosmic Garou Soul, Kaido Soul, Yamamoto Soul, Naruto Hokage Soul, Ulquiorra Soul, Revived Gojo Soul, and Six Paths Mandara Soul. S-tier souls represent the pinnacle of power and versatility in anime spirits. These souls are not only capable of dealing massive damage, but also possess unique abilities that can turn the tide of any battle. Whether it's through overwhelming offensive power, exceptional crowd control, or superior healing and support abilities, S-tier souls excel in all aspects of the game. They dominate in every game mode, from PvE challenges to PvP battles, ensuring victory in even the most difficult scenarios. Players often build their entire team composition around S-tier souls, as their abilities can dictate the flow of a fight. Their unmatched potential makes them irreplaceable in most situations, and even when facing off against other high-tier opponents, S-tier souls consistently outperform. Their stats, skill synergies, and overall utility make them must-have characters for any serious player looking to master the game. What truly sets S-tier souls apart is their flexibility. No matter the strategy or team composition, they can seamlessly fit in, adapting to any role required by the player. Their ability to carry a team on their own or enhance the effectiveness of other characters makes them indispensable. If you're lucky enough to have one of these souls in your collection, they should always be a top priority for investment. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.